Hi friends, it's early March and I am itching to pick some inks and plan out my currently inked lineup for March. And so instead of holding off because I haven't written my pens dry yet, I decided if I'm feeling like it, I should just go ahead and do it and not trap myself in arbitrary rules. Last month in February, I picked 4 samples and inked up, or had a total of 8 pens inked for February. And as I said, I'm not getting to write with my pens as much as I would like to, so I'm going to stick with that. Someone commented on my other video that it was like, why am I... It was worded funnily, but basically what I read from it is, why are you sharing this? Because it's basically just picking inks to ink up pens. Yeah, I just do that because I'm having fun. And that is what I'm trying to share. I currently have 144 ink samples in this box, and I'm going to pick 4 new ones. 1, 2. I don't think I showed the first one, which is this one. Okay, it's not focusing. 3. Do I want to? Oh, I'm just going to use this one. I just had it in my hands. It's Colorverse. Okay. I still have all of my pens inked from February because for me, I really like inking up, having a kind of a rainbow, maybe an odd rainbow, but still a rainbow of sorts. And so I want to pick the inks that I have in here first before I decide which pens I am uninking. My thoughts are that I would probably want to unink the pens that I have had inked for more than February. So I moved over some from January, and those are the ones that I think I should unink. Oh, wow, it wasn't focusing. Okay, I have Ferris Wheel Press Steeped Umber. This is a sample that I received from my friend Lorelei. Ferris Wheel Press Spruce County Post. This was an ink flight ink. Sailor Manyo Fuji. I received this from my friend Amy. And then this one is Colorverse Mini Mars Attack. And this is a sample that I received from Shauna from Serial Nana. This is a really dark, in my opinion, a really dark, moody color palette, but we'll see and swatch them right now. Look at this teeny tiny ink thing. Wow. This is basically not usable. So this seems to be a really dark red. I'm going to use a pipette and drop this right here. And then I'm going to use this metal thing. This is from a kit that alcohol thingy mixer kit that my husband received. I don't know where from, and I took it apart. But the thing is, where's my here? I'm using the, okay, oh, wow, goes in, but I don't think I'm getting enough. I heard someone say they transfer these bottles into ink sample vials. That makes a lot of sense to me. I've also heard that Colorverse Mars Attack is quite a dry ink, so that is something that I need to keep in mind. Verse. What I'm, if I'm let's talk about my pens and inks for February really quickly. So I had 4 pens carried over from the month of, I think 4. Was it 4? Yes, 4 pens carried over from January, and then I inked up 4 pens. I don't know, did I ink all of the ink samples? Yes, but why did I use this one then? So I did not carry over 4. I carried over this, this, and this. Nope. Okay, so I carried over 3 pens, so I had 1 pen choice left, so I would be able to use, wow, this works really well. Carried over 1, 2, 3 pens, and then I had 1 choice of ink bottle from my stash. Okay. It's another brown. I have so many brown inks right now. I have Diamond Walnut inked in, there is some water here. This is not going well. Ferris will press. Steeped Umber. So I have Walnut in my custom 823. And I have Robert Oster Melon Tea, which is more a it's a green brown swamp goblin kind of color. I feel like I'm ready to move on to something else, so I might unink all of my brownish inks, so I only have 1 left. But I'm going to show you what I still have inked. Let's put this drop right here. And then this is also a Ferris. So I will have 2 Ferris wheel press inks inked in my lineup this month when I'm, but this color is really nice. I'm not a super huge fan of Ferris wheel press inks. Many, not these 2, are way too light for me. They have so many shimmer inks that I'm not really drawn to. I mean, 1 or 2 is okay. 1 or 2 in my lineup is okay. But it's not something that I would always want to have. And I definitely don't really need any more shimmer ink bottles. Alrighty, last one. This one is a light one. I have a couple new pens that I would like to use and try. So let's see. Sailor. Manyo. Fuji. This ink was a really big surprise to me when I think I used it in 30 Inks 30 Days in September of 2023. And it was one of the first purple chromo shaders. Can you see how this falls apart? That I really liked. So what I still have inked, let's bring all of those pens over. Ooh, 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 ooh. So this one is from January, so, and it's a brown, so I'm thinking of letting this one go, in the sense of letting it go in and just uninking it, so I don't have too many browns. There is, over there is some water, so this is what I still have inked. Diamine Walnut. And yes, I can clearly see that these are not the same color, but they're so very, very close. Here is Robert Oster Melon Tea. This is, as I think I said it, a total melon tea swamp goblin color. I like it, but and I just recently swatched some inks from when I first started out again. This is Diamine Fortune's Gold. And then we have, so this is freshly inked. This is freshly, you know, like February inked. This one is one that I had inked in January. This is another January pen and ink. So this is Emerald, and I did not know that there is an E at the end of Emerald. If I want to write and say it in French, then I need to be precise. So Emerald de Chivoire. I have no idea if Chivoire is a specific region or if that is a name. It's Emerald of Chivoire. That's the translation, but I'm wondering what that means. Waterman Inspired Blue. Inspired Blue. Then I have Tsukio. These, the Robert Oster Melon Tea, the Diamine Fortune's Gold, the Waterman Inspired Blue, the Pilot Iroshizuku Tsukiyo. This one is a newly inked in February, but I'm not sure I want to carry this over because the stub nib is quite slicey. And then we have my Scribble with Wearinguo Floating Cloud. And this one is freshly inked as well. I'm considering uninking this though, because this was an experiment and I would really love to use a different color in this pen. So, Pilot Iroshizuku Tsuji. That's wrong. There's a T in there that I don't really, that doesn't belong there. So, okay, so I have these four. And I'm thinking, so here's the thoughts. I think I want to keep on using Fortune's Gold in that Pilot parallel modified nib, just because I can still use it and I like it's a light color that would work with those here as well. I am thinking of continuing using the Waterman Inspired Blue. It's a really bright color and that might lighten up this. And I'm actually thinking of uninking all of those. So that would mean that I have 6 inks, pens that I would like to use, and I have a nib coming that I'm probably going to try and use. They're not in here. The pens that I would like to use, but I'm thinking of, and I haven't seen, this is like, I'm gravitating towards the same pens over and over again, so I'm not reaching for these. This is concerning for me. These are the Platinum 3776s that I have in my stash. I have a Techo nib that I would like to try again. I have 2 new pens that I would like to use. So, what if? So my idea is, or why I'm pulling this one out, is maybe I want to try the Manyo Fuji in this pen. Or I could try the Manyo Fuji in this one. I wonder if this is a risk. This is a music nib. I have an unboxing of this and a first impressions video. So there is 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'm gonna put Spruce County Post in this one, Manyo Fuji in that one. Then I have these 2. So Spruce County Post here, this one here. That would give me 1, 2, 3. So I need 2 more pens and 1 more ink. Then we would have 7. Yeah, I like that idea. So I'm having blah, don't know what to say. My friend Lorelei is sending me a broad sig nib. So here is the idea. Let's just write it down. What am I waiting for? So I want to use the Lamy Studio. I want to use a Techo nib, or my Techo nib. My friend Lorelei is sending me a Sig broad nib. I want to use the Sailor Pro Gear with the music nib. And then I have 1 more pen and ink free. What if I put the steeped umber in here and used it with the Techo nib? And then I have Colorverse Mars Attack left over. The pens that can house the Sig broad nib are these 2, or I also have the Montegrappa Elmo I could use with the broad sig nib, but the cap is not sealing as well as these ones, and I think I want to give it a really good chance, so I'm probably going to put that in one of those. Like, if I'm not sure what to do, I'm often, again, going with matching inks and colors. So this would be maybe the scarlet with this color. And then I would leave out, oh, that would give me, food for thought, food for thought. Let's see if that is 8 pens. So this one is so all of those would be used up. Is that 7? Here's my idea. Let's grab those 2 inks. I just recently swatched those and I want to use them again. And then here is Diamond Ancient Copper. So what if I used Ancient Copper in this one and then Sailor Manyo Akebi in this one? Is that 8? I feel like I'm missing something. Let me think again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, okay. So I need to clean some pens, but I can ink up some, and then I will totally come back and share my currently inked with you in a week or so when everything is here and cleaned and inked up. But that was a really great planning session, don't you think? I hope you enjoyed this. I can't wait to see how all of these pens and inks write. I'm definitely going to ink up all the ones that are empty at the moment and where I have nibs for, and then I'm slowly going to unink the ones that are still inked. I'm going to film my February currently inked in review before I unink them, and then once that is done, I will share my my currently inked for March. I hope you enjoyed this quick little brainstorming session with me, and yeah, let me know how you pick and choose inks and pens. I am really having a lot of fun. This feels like a game. Yes, I am not emptying out many of the pens or writing them dry, but I really love experiencing pens and inks, and I really love seeing how different nibs perform with different inks, and I'm making sure that I write with the pens in my journal, I write with them on a letter, I write with them in this book, and so giving each pen a run on each of those papers at least once does give me a kind of a good impression of, is this a good choice? Is this a bad choice? What do I need to do differently next time? So even though I'm not getting a lot of mileage out of my pens at the moment, I'm still having a lot of fun experimenting. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon, and yeah, have a great day.